Welcome back. Today, I feel like, I just feel like giving takes that are just going to irritate you a little bit. Like, don't get me wrong, like, you might be like, this has gotta be rage bait, he's trolling. Like, no, I'm dead serious. It's my channel, I'm finna speak the truth up on my channel. So like, let's get into it. Number one, Travis Scott is not good anymore. Now, I've previously talked about this in my Cardi video where the government mandated Travis features are just becoming too much at this point. I've also said that I like Owl Pharaoh, but here's the thing. I just don't feel the hype that I used to about bro. Hopefully this can be understood. If not, I don't care. I've been a listener since who knows how long at this point and didn't truly mind any of Travis's eras, I guess you could say. But in between Astroworld and Utopia, I honestly just lost the massive interest I had in cutting on Travis Scott, and I hate saying this publicly, but even Astroworld didn't do it for me the way that it did for literally every other human on earth, because y'all love that album. I don't. I'm sorry. Like, whenever I talk about how I feel about that album, I get crucified, so I'm just not really gonna say how I actually feel about this album. Not that it's a bad album, though. I don't want y'all to think that's what I'm saying, I just have my own preferences when it comes to Travis. My own preferences when it comes to Travis. I still enjoy his music to a very certain extent. I love three albums he put out, and Utopia is probably one of the most well put together albums I've ever heard in a long time. But that doesn't mean I enjoyed it. And I don't get the hype anymore. In my personal opinion, right? He will never be the new, Kanye, which I've seen people compare him to. And realistically, that's probably a good thing, because that nigga is tripping right now. But other than that, I grew up on Kanye's music. My mother was a huge fan, and in turn, when she would play that shit in the car, I was forced to listen, which I didn't mind because I enjoyed his music since I was a toddler, and I've always thought of Travis as moderately like a newer version of Kanye, but he will never climb to that level at all. Closest he came to that was, I guess, during the Astroworld era. Over the last 2 years though, I grew to really not being able to stand hearing Travis Scott. Like, you get in my car, you're not hearing anything from bro unless it's at least 7 or 8 years old. It just doesn't feel like he's evolving anymore. Whoa, hold that thought, pause. Editors know, right? He's definitely evolving, just not into a thing that I fuck with. I was editing this video, and when I saw that I said that, I was like, oh no, I gotta interrupt you, big bro. This is not true. He definitely is evolving. I just don't like what he evolved into. Anyway, as good as Utopia was, to the masses, he just isn't for me anymore. And it makes me kind of sad because I feel like a massive era of my life is just kind of cut. Y'all don't understand how Travis coded I was at one point. Then all his music just became kind of boring. All he does is release merch and brand collabs to pump money in his pockets, and his designs have stayed the same. I don't know. I just no longer think Travis is that cool guy that he was when I started listening to him. Except the older I got, the more I realized this nigga's actually an asshole anyway. So it's kind of good that I outgrew him, but that's just number one. And if that pissed you off, I click off the video now because it's honestly going to get immensely worse. Number two, Lil Uzi did not fall off, and the hate is very forced and it's internet driven. So look, man, y'all hate every time an artist switches their sound up. Eternal Take 2 was absolutely nowhere near its predecessor, which, fine, I can admit that, but it shouldn't have sounded like Eternal Take. How many fucking times am I gonna have to tell y'all niggas that an artist has to evolve to some degree? We can't keep hoping that they're gonna do the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over. There is a literal psychological issue with people who want the same thing over and over again. Unless, you're like me and you go to Chick-fil-A and then you get the spicy deluxe with a large fry and some water. Okay, I get that. Fuck, what am I talking about? Oh, yeah. If that's your comfort zone, fine. And I know some people are gonna be like, yeah, but he didn't evolve. It's just not a good sound. And to that, well, shit. That's your opinion, man. And I personally liked a couple of different songs off of VA2. Don't ask me to name any of them because I'm bad with names. I just know they're in my playlist, and when they come on, I don't skip them. I like them. I feel like people need to stop going off of what everyone else says about a project before listening for themselves, because here's the thing that some of you may get mad at, and if you do, it's probably because the shoe fits. But I feel like half of y'all niggas, especially the younger ones, are sheep. Like, y'all will just follow the shepherd, plain and simple. Look at what happened that night that Cardi dropped Whole Lotta Red, bro. I made a whole video about that. Y'all gotta keep up. Y'all gotta tap in. If you haven't seen it, to sum it up, there were people just hating on that project just because other people were hating on it, which is just suspect ass behavior. You lame ass niggas want to seem so cool, so you say and do what everyone else does so you can align with the masses. Whole time you're just making yourself next in line. Like, that's more lame than whatever. And to sum it all up, because we've got plenty more to cover, Uzi did not fall off, and he still has hit ability. Clearly, seeing as every single project he's ever dropped, he's had at least 2 hits on it. And with EA2, it was Space High and Lightyear. Go listen to those 2 songs and tell me if Uzi has fallen off. You stupid, dumbass followers. Number 3, shit. I don't think there will ever be another big rapper. Now hold on. With everything we've gotten, rap has become so saturated to the point to where you got niggas making songs like this.
Hey, my name's Rella, but you can call me Rated R. Hey, I know these niggas be hating on me cause they shit is not up to par. Hey.
Now the crazy part is I unironically enjoy this song, but the point is, niggas are trying that hard to be different because everything, and I mean everything, has already been done. Seriously, try to think of something in rap that no one has ever done and put it in the comments. Someone is gonna have a name in their head and ratio you. I think rap is just so big with all these different humans that have cultivated it from all across the world. There is gonna be another Drake, there is gonna be another Eminem, Biggie, Travis, Wayne, Uzi, Cardi. You can't do it. You can't do it anymore. I'm sorry. It's been done already. Now, to put a non-nihilistic viewpoint on it, because I am making it sound like you can never make it as an artist, you absolutely can. What? Like, but the chances of you bringing something new to the table, the label table, because let's be honest, that's where your dumb ass is probably gonna go, is slim to none. I'm very sorry. All you can realistically do at this current point as an upcoming rapper is do something better than your predecessors, because it ain't gonna be new. At this point in 2025, we done seen it all, heard it all, and that's why rap is so goddamn boring right now. All right. Next, number 4. If I have any girls watching, first of all, hey. Anyway, please skip ahead, I don't know, a little bit, because I'm about to hurt your feelings, because y'all are all in a literal hive mind about this artist. Cue the rant music, bro. Cue the rant music. We finna go back to our old days with this shit. I ain't gonna lie. Because Doechii is so unbelievably fucking terrible that I actually think everyone on earth other than me is in on the biggest inside joke of all time. I can't be in on it. You cannot seriously think that this is a good artist. I don't care if this is me burning a bridge with a celebrity, by the way. Doechii, if you ever somehow see this clip, you should have just stayed in the situation you were in before you got planted. Yes, planted in the industry. And yes, bro, I'm saying planted. I don't give a fuck about no TDE shit. I don't give a fuck how long you've been rapping. Like, your music is actually so terrible that it feels like you got planted. And all this new hype around your name, like, no, bro, it ain't natural. It's not natural, bro. I don't care what nobody says. I don't care what numbers you throw at me. I don't care what proof you throw at me. It don't look natural. Her music genuinely really makes me upset. Like, y'all think I'm just doing this for the video, but like, oh my god. She is one of those artists where I listen to her and I can't really distinguish like how she could exactly be Doechii, because she's trying to be like everyone else, and it's so poor of a fucking ripoff that it makes you sound like nobody. Like, I listen to this shit, and then I'm like, okay, there's Missy inspo, there's Kendrick inspo, there's Azalea inspo, there's Doja inspo, there's Frank Ocean inspo. Literally, you're everybody. It's just a genuine chore to listen to her, bro. And I hate that I can't just like not like something anymore. Like, now I gotta give a valid ass reason. Whole time, I just think her music literally sucks, bro.
Edginess, raunchiness, you gotta be a little dirty, a little feisty, get in the mud. Bop, bop, bop.
Don't get me started on the if you're a straight man, you're a red flag bullshit either. Who the fuck are you talking to?
This is a huge red flag for me. All right. You know what's so crazy? I was gonna say men. I was gonna say men. No, like, I mean, strike one. You're a man.
Yeah.
And you're heterosexual.
Yeah. I was gonna say, so technically.
You know what? That's why, you know what? Never mind, bro. The hold that Doechii has over like the average rap listener, quote unquote, heavy on the quotes, is just honestly impressive to me because, like my homeboy Bryce said, her music is very safe. I just wish it was good and safe, which is definitely possible to do. Look at like, I don't know, Lil Nas X, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, I'm sorry. I do not like her. Moving on. All right, next, number 5. Actually, hold on. Let me do an honorable mention because, see, now I'm just talking my shit. And because I know a lot of my African American viewers probably won't too much care if I speak on this, but Suicide Boys have not made genuinely good music since 2021. I'm sorry. As a fan, you know, not even a fan, just a genuine supporter of them since 2013, I am definitely allowed to talk about this fairly quickly. I'm gonna make it quick. But their old music was, I don't know, it was just great. They sounded hungrier. Scrim was doing a massive majority of the production. And I get that the sampling carried them and, you know, they've been sued or whatever, so they had to kind of tone that down. But like overall, like the lyrics, the gritty vibe, it seemed like the boys were just taking more chances when they were smaller, I guess you could say. Because I remember when I was listening to them back then, publicly, I got made fun of all the time. And now you ask a random white person in the street that looks slightly alternative or a damn Zoomies employee, they're gonna be like, fuck yeah, dude, I love the boys. I'm going to grade A for the 5th year in a row. Did you see the flyer? Shut up. I love SB. I always will. Their music really did a lot for me, but over time, their quality just became very like polished and unmemorable. And I think that people really don't want to talk about it because Ruby and Scrim seem like the coolest dudes on earth, but also their new fan base is just full of young TikTok kids who think they're depressed. I don't know how to explain it. Anyway, that was just an honorable mention. Oh God. And last but not least, number 5. I told y'all, read the title of this video, man. This is going to make you mad, but are you ready? I do not like Kendrick Lamar. I said it publicly, I said it. And my regular viewers, you know, y'all probably already know this. I've alluded to it at least 4 or 5 different times throughout my, you know, YouTube career, quote unquote. I've always been a little scared to say that publicly, and I think this comment section on this video is gonna show you why I was a little hesitant. Now, let me just start off by saying I am not denying that Kendrick Lamar is a good artist. I never do that. Just because I personally don't like something doesn't mean that that something is, you know, not good work. You know, unless we're talking about Doechii's garbage ass. But like, first of all, Kendrick's voice annoys the shit out of me. And I can see it now. Your voice is annoying you, V. Hey, fuck you. But you've been watching my video up to this point, so clearly ain't that bad. But with Kendrick, I can literally only handle like a minute of this guy's voice, and then I just start getting annoyed, bro. I don't know. I'm sorry. Second, and maybe I just haven't done enough research. Like, I feel like I should do a little bit more research before I talk about this, but like, I feel like on some of his songs, he's definitely trolling. Like, what's that song where he's like, this dick ain't free? What the fuck are you talking about? Like, there's no genuine way that your homeboy is cutting that on in the whip and not getting kicked out. There's no way that's playing at a party. There's no way that people are actually listening to that unironically. And that's like not his only song where I feel like he's trolling. Like, there's like multiple songs of his where I can't tell if he's like doing something like as a joke or not. Like, especially with his cadence, I don't know. He has good songs, okay? One of the only good songs I can tolerate from Kendrick is Ops with Vince Staples from that Black Panther album. And truthfully, I can barely get through that nigga's verse on that song. So it's just something about this nigga's voice that I don't like. But that's literally it. I promise you, that's it. Now, before you write that think piece, I told y'all, this is my opinion. And I'm sorry, you know, you can't force me to like Kendrick. I get it. It's a fucking crime to not like Kendrick Lamar. And I'm just gonna have to be the only criminal, bro. I'm sorry. I really am. I don't really have anything else to say, I don't think. Oh, yeah. We're gonna speed run some of the hot takes that you guys actually sent in. TikTok killed the underground. Now, I kind of agree, like slightly, but I feel like the underground killed the underground, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like it wasn't just social media. Like, It's the fact that it just became more accessible, which is pretty due to social media. So I mean, low-key, you're right, but I don't think it was just TikTok. Let's not put it on one app that made the underground terrible. Let's not forget all the allegations and the bad music and the promo demons. Like there's a lot that kind of goes into why the underground is so dead now, even though it's clearly not dead. There's like multiple artists like that are still doing their thing today. Playboi Carti hasn't been good since 2017 to 18. It's just popular to overly glaze him. Hip hop hasn't recovered from June 18, 2018. What is that? Is that the day X died? Can y'all let this nigga I can't say that. I probably should not say that, but like as respectfully as I can, just move on from bro, okay? Like it was gang. Oh my god. It was like 7 years ago, bro. Yes, legend, but also like holy shit, move on, bro. Some mainstream legends are just watered down versions of underground rappers. What the fuck are you talking about? Goblin is Tyler's best album. You could not be more wrong. That's actually insane. Yeah, these are making me mad, low-key. Like, I'm actually getting kind of mad reading these. Kendrick is top 4, but not the best. Even top 4 is crazy. I'm gonna be real. ASAP Rocky fell off. Oh my god. Now I don't want to say that. I wouldn't say he fell off, but that album and that album are definitely two different things. I'll just say that, bro. Lil Baby ruined modern trap music. Now, I don't want to say he ruined it. Like, what's up with y'all putting the blame on like a whole genre of like I don't know. Y'all gotta stop doing that because Lil Baby contributed to the downfall of it, I would say. But he didn't himself solely ruin it. I feel like you're just putting all that shit on one person. Like, that's not fair. Like, no, I don't think he ruined it though. Soulfago is better than Osama song. No, but like yes at the same time. Like, I don't know. Soulfago just has to drop, like, he has to drop another album before I can say that. It depends on what you mean by better. Like, better at making just good vibe music, or like better like talent wise. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just say he's better and not say how. Doll Zimby better than any female and male rapper. Love you. I don't even know your real name, but you are pretty good. You ain't that damn good though. Shit. I don't know though, man. I'm bored with this. I mean, you know, I've said what I've had to say about Kendrick, SB. You know, I got it off my chest. And have a good day, honestly, bro. Like, y'all want to put a happy birthday in the comment section? That'd be cool. I know some niggas is gonna be mad about what I said about Doechii and Kendrick. Realistically, though, probably even Travis Scott too. Niggas, this video is probably gonna make niggas mad. I really don't care though. But have a good day, man. I'm UVXCX. I'm hungry.
Cash be pushing up and I love everybody bands. We finna put the guns up and the drip be walking around talking about I'll be your friend. Can I come on that flyer? Yeah, I push out with a mask up so we run. I tell that boy shit, I have it some fun. Hey, yeah, sip it up, purple jack, move like that.